Welcome to the 2018 Keeper League Fantasy Draft Preview Show. Unfortunately, my normal partner, Juan Andrade, out in the Philippines, banging some hookers, working, and taking care of a business out there to support his lovely family. And he's not doing any of that stuff. And I'm sure all the massages are legitimate. We do have a special guest, though, sitting in for Juan tonight, one of the other coaches in the league, who's going to help us get into the season. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miguel Johnson. Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you for the invite. I know I was a token black person, so I appreciate you letting me sit in for Juan Andrade. Juan, we miss you. Bang a hooker for me.
Yeah. So, for affirmative action and stuff, I've gotten this out of the way. So I'll have a number of guests for the remainder of the year, but they will all be white. So,
I've had my chance.
All right, we're going to go ahead and kill the intro music now. It was amazing. So we're going to take a team-by-team look as we get ready for our weekly video conference on far as the results go. So I'm going to start off with one of the teams.
Wait. You're forgetting our sponsor.
Oh. Hornitas Tequila sponsoring this. We have another thing from Silver Tequila. So technical difficulties there. So we'd like to thank them. They provided us not only free tequila, but they gave us $7.50.
Absolutely. Have a shot before the draft.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're just going to jump right in and go through our predictions. So I'm going to go ahead and lead it off with the first team that we're looking at, which is owned by Jesse Arana, called Adelita's Bar and Grill. This team finished fourth last year, so they actually made the playoffs, got into the second round, kind of fighting and clawing. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't know how the fuck they did that. You know, all the gods must have aligned. Jesse must have went to church a lot. And
I was amazed last year. They overachieved.
Overachieve is to say something else. I think like every team they played, their team got in a car crash or a bus crash on the way to the stadium.
Easily.
So to make things worse, the most bizarre keepers that this guy kept. Someone named Didi Westbrook. Sounds like a chick. I guess maybe, he's into chicks on
Chicks
teams.
play football?
Apparently this one does.
Wow.
So I used to date a girl named Didi, by the way. Then another.
Sure she was a cougar.
I don't do cougars. I keep them young, bro. Chris Thompson. So my namesake. I don't know who this guy is. I think he played for the Redskins. That's racist. The Washington team. Quite a while ago. I don't want to say shit like that.
So you can talk about black people, but you can't say Redskins.
Oh, hell no. I like to go to the Indian casinos. Saquon. Chris Thompson, Didi Westbrook. So he kept two of those players for God knows why. So the prediction, he's going to go from fourth place, and then we're going to put a little one before that. 4th to 14th is where Adelita's Bar and Grill is going to fill in this year. So, sorry, Jesse.
No luck this year.
No. All right, who are we looking at next, MJ?
First team we're going to talk about on my side is going to be... What team is this? What team is this?
We wrote it down.
We did.
Didn't do good in English class, and he's looking it up right now. So.
Oh, we're talking about Balls Deep.
Oh, shit. We're going right off the bat, right into
Balls
Latona.
Deep.
Oh, wasting no time.
This guy finished 6th last year. And what did he decide to do this year? He kept his whole team. Why would you keep your whole team?
Do you expect to do something better than 6th if you kept your whole team?
No. You're not drafting. You're not getting any new players. He's not going to improve. He's just not. He's my friend. He's my token white person friend. Aside from this guy, you're not going to improve keeping your whole team. I say that with love. He is helping me with the draft. I need to put that asterisk out there.
He is going to help with the draft, but I think that's your downfall. So
that is my downfall.
If I were you, I would ask me, the champ. So just
that's a conflict of interest. We've talked about this.
I'm not down. I don't care. Cheat any way possible.
He kept a 49er. I always disagree with that. Do not keep any 49ers on your team. It's a waste of time. 49ers, Raiders, worst teams ever.
I also have him marked down as the hairiest coach of all 16 teams.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
A plus.
So
during the winter, because that's when football's played. It's cold.
So he has to keep the coat. Yeah. So my prediction for Joe, he's going to go from 6th to 8th. He's going to slip slightly. He'll be middle of the pack.
Yeah, 8th, he's still making the playoffs. So So, you know, he'll taste glory, but he won't
It's
be
not going to go
satisfied.
very further than that.
Nope, not at all. All right, I'm moving on to Jamie. In parts unknown, he's known as Money Pit. And he's earned that nickname, and very proudly so. He's a wheeler and dealer. He likes to think, so he's done something crazy this year on the surface. What Jamie's done is kept 0 players. A lot of times this is a good strategy move. It gives you a chance to rethink. You get a couple of picks before the draft even starts. A very good strategy on some people's part based off your roster. Taking a look at what Jamie had beforehand, I think it was the first team in history that legitimately had 0 keepers. Like, there is no one in the entire team that anybody would keep for free. We could have given anyone in his team someone's 10th pick and they would have declined it. That's how shitty his team was.
It was pretty bad.
So
that was a smart move.
You know,
Easily.
I still like his wheeling and dealing. I think he's going to get a couple of decent picks at the top. And because it couldn't get any worse than what he had before, I'm actually going to move him up. I'm going to put him about 12th place from last year.
You're going to move up that much?
Hey, from 16 to 12.
You have nowhere else to go, right?
It's going in the right direction. So, you know, from the worst team, yeah. So I'm going to stick that with Jamie and Money Pit. And moving on, who's next on your list?
Next on our list, we're going to go to SC Sucks and Keith Sibley's team. He did finish 13th place last year.
Not good.
And, no, not good. But his reward for that was getting the number 1 pick.
Oh, man, whatever his choices, who's he going to go with?
Oh, but let's talk about his team. He decided to keep most of his team. So he forfeited the number 1 pick.
That's smart.
No, you had all these decent rookies out there. You know, Mr. Barkley's out there. A couple decent quarterbacks. Would you give up the first pick?
I love Charles the Mouth, man. He's great. He plays golf. He's a good analyst. Yeah, I'm good with him.
Sure, why not?
Or you meant the other Barkley?
Yes, that one. On top of him giving up the first pick, he kept 4 quarterbacks. 4. What do you need with Patrick Mahomes, Phillip Rivers, Mitchell Trubisky?
The name says it all.
Cooper Kupp, Jimmy Garoppolo. We talked about the 49ers. Do not keep a 49er. You do not need 4 quarterbacks. You do not need to keep a kicker. Way too many things wrong with this.
So what do you think about Keith's decision making in this case?
In my opinion, it's horrible. You kept a couple good people. Unless you're going to deal a quarterback, you don't need 4 quarterbacks. He's going from 13th to 14th. I'm sorry, Keith.
I thought you're supposed to build your people up.
You have to, but you don't keep 4 quarterbacks.
Okay. So what's the prediction for Keith?
I just said it. He's going to 14th place.
Okay.
He's going down. If you get the first pick next year, you need to keep it.
And actually, I think there's a good chance he will.
Possibly.
All right. Next on the list, El Cuñado. Basically, this is Dean, a fantasy guru by sorts, self-proclaimed, of course. Actually got 2nd place last year. Did a good job. I kind of screwed up his draft a couple years ago, so it put him back a little bit, but good recovery by him. Had a great year, and then came keeper time. We're looking at keeping Mariota. That's never a recipe for success.
What has Mariota done since he's been in the league?
He looks great. I mean, he's done a couple underwear ads. You know,
gives away some pineapples at every game.
Actually, I've seen him do a commercial for Top Ramen.
Ah,
yeah, so I mean that's a thing. Yeah, so
you're making that endorsement money.
Yeah, and
you're not winning any games.
Oh, then he had one. He's keeping one of my favorite receivers last year. So if you guys want to do this, Amari Cooper. So in case that visual helps you out, it was the guy that dropped like 47 passes in the first 2 games.
At least 5 touchdowns.
Something. I don't know what the hell he did, but all I know is that I had him, and I'll never touch that guy again. He's an asshole. So Mariota, Mary Cooper, he's keeping a tight end too. It's like, got really good, and then poor choices afterwards, poor life choices. So I'm sorry, Dean, you ain't sniffing the playoffs again after that. So keep the money that you won last year because you're going to need it this year, bro.
Right.
Next.
Next, we're going to go to Fear Boners, Seiferd's team. I always had love for Seiferd. Whenever you have twins or triplets, you know, there's a special place in my heart for people like that.
That's true.
He finished in 5th place last year. Decent. He's only keeping 4 people, so smart. Todd Gurley, you'd be stupid not to keep him. Take a swig. Beckham, he just got paid, so maybe he'll actually play this year. Who knows?
We'll see.
Michael Thomas, Matt Ryan. It depends on what Julio does. I like what Seifert does every year. He's very methodical.
You're talking about his fantasy football,
his
right?
fantasy football
okay,
team.
Making sure.
Other life choices, questionable.
Yeah, sometimes he sports that like 70s porn stash for a little bit. He kind of comes and goes. I mean, it's a good thing.
Maybe he has a side gig as a porn star.
I don't want to see it. Sorry, Adam. I'm not buying your videos.
I'm not buying your videos either, but good for you if you have it. Anyways, I like the way he acts. I like the way in football he thinks things through. I have high hopes for him. I think he can match his 5th place. If not, he's going to get to the playoffs. I see top 5, maybe even top 4 for him.
All right, so we got a positive one for once. I mean, we're not here just to trounce everybody, but everyone except for me. Duh. But actually, I got a positive one coming up right now for IP Freely. And I'm actually talking about the team name, not what I'm doing in Johnson's house, all over his toilet seat. That'll be later.
He's already done that.
Yeah, sorry. IP Freely, again, he's one of the people that did a reset a couple years ago and worked out very well. So he dropped everyone out, started retooling, ended up with McCaffrey and Fournette, so 2 running backs that I adore. I think about them at night.
He does.
I do. Christian McCaffrey, he's built well. He's a solid-looking young man.
Who wouldn't want to dream about a sexy, skinny white boy? Come on now.
In the running back, there's only one quarterback that this man has eye for, so that's Jimmy G. Jimmy Jesus. Woo, he's beautiful.
Weren't you fantasizing about Tom Brady last year?
No, it's been Jimmy G forever. I love him. Take a swig.
My turn.
So, back to IP Freely, McCaffrey, Fournette, good stuff. 2 solid running backs, and then a guy I freaking love, Josh Gordon. Good old Josh. So
keep hitting that snow, Josh.
Roll the freaking dice, IP Freely. I would do the same damn thing. Go big or go home. I love the pick with Gordon. I like your running backs. He's going to do very well. I'm looking at probably him, being runner-up to me in the Super Bowl. So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going 2nd place for IP Freely there. Good luck, Ryan.
Oh. Big prediction there.
Yeah, big. Wow. That's a strong. I like it. I like the foundation there. Foundations are good.
Possible. Foundations are good. Next person we're going to talk about is our league champion. That would be Team Rich, or as he's known in the football league as Rich.
Hey, when I see him tonight, he did such a good job. When I see him tonight, I'm probably going to give him like a $500 bonus as soon as he walks in the door.
Why not? He deserved it.
Sure.
How many times has he got first place? Once?
Yeah.
Everybody deserves it. He's only keeping 4 players. Kareem Hunt, decent. Zach Ertz, sexiest tight end ever.
Oh, he's a beautiful man.
Have you seen his wife?
Yes. Even better.
Yes. My question would be Roethlisberger. I don't know about that one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. I would call Keith because he has 4 quarterbacks he's keeping.
Tom Brady's out there too.
Tom Brady is out there. And then the Houston defense. Do you keep a defense? You don't keep a defense. We don't keep defenses in this league. We just don't.
That was a bad decision.
That's a bad one, Rich. So you need to work on your draft picks because your keepers are questionable. And I'm sorry to say, you're not winning the league this year. You're just not. Somebody else already thinks he's getting to the Super Bowl. I don't know why.
Champ.
He finished, 14th place last year? But we're not talking about him yet. So you got to go down. I'm sorry. You're getting knocked off the ladder, top of the ladder.
I'm still going to give him that bonus money as long as I see him tonight. What? Oh, excuse me. Oh, I guess Rich isn't showing up to the draft tonight, so sorry, Rich. There goes that idea.
No bonus for you.
Dick.
You must be present to win.
Oh, I wasn't. Right? I was saying his name, right?
You wouldn't.
Dick.
You wouldn't put it on camera if it wasn't true.
Yeah, it's nice if you would show up for the draft, Dick. All right.
So disappointing. So you're going to make the playoffs, but you're going out in the first round. You're getting 8th place.
Bye-bye. Next up, our brand new coach, Sean Hampton from the call center. Big Red.
Uh-oh.
Death metal music has come to our league finally. Big Red's coming in, and when I say new manager, literally he signed up yesterday. Thanks to somebody dropping the hell out of the league at the last minute, which is always a wonderful thing to do.
But we're keeping the league going.
Keeping the league going. This guy stepped up and actually inherited a pretty decent team, which makes me think that the previous owner just kind of fucked it up. What do you think?
If you're a bad manager, you're not going to do well. So hopefully he can pick up where this guy didn't leave off.
Absolutely.
And run with it.
I mean, once again, we're going to foundation, which is what I like. He's got 2 young, solid running backs. He's got Mixon, Derrick Henry, 2 really solid young running backs that'll stay with him for a while. Tyreek Hill, woo, speedster. Watch him go. In fact,
Negroes are fast.
He just ran right behind me. And you couldn't even see him.
The
slow
police,
it down.
The police was chasing him.
Dude, we are like in Skyline or
we
some
are
shit.
in the hood.
So, in fact, I got to go check on my car in a minute. I drive a fucking German car. It's nice.
If it's on cinder blocks, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nice wheels. But the best part of his team that he inherited was a former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
Who's that?
Alex Smith.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he's a 49er, so you know he's freaking legit. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame following,
Alex
Montana.
Smith is better than Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
Tom Brady didn't go #1, did he?
No.
Never.
Not at all. He went in the 6th round.
7th round.
Yeah, even worse. Piece of crap, Tom Brady.
He is crap.
So, Alex Smith is just misunderstood, and he's actually a very fine football player, and I have 3 of his jerseys. And if anybody wants to buy one...
Wait till Alex Smith goes to the Jimmy Garoppolo School of Dating Women and gets himself a porn star.
Dude, who doesn't love to bang porno stars?
Donald Trump does. MAGA.
Make America great.
MAGA. Hashtag MAGA.
So, Trimbalupa inherited a playoff team. Lucky him. I think he makes the playoffs and actually even hits the 2nd round.
Wow.
That's a solid foundation as long as he doesn't screw up the draft. So don't screw up the draft, Hampton, and you'll be fine.
Stay white.
Woo! Next,
we're going to the 7th place team from last year. I love saying this phrase. He does have one of the best team names of the league, and that would be Fuck Dean Spanos.
It's a great name.
It is a great name. So, just reiterating this, fuck Dean Spanos. So,
I mean, he might change it to fuck Filipino hookers. I mean, it's possible based off the current situation.
You never know. So, he kept 2 quarterbacks. I still kind of question it. Carson Wentz, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's coming off surgery and he hasn't played in a year and a half.
He dropped Tom Brady. He had 3 awesome quarterbacks.
He dropped Tom Brady. You should have kept Tom Brady for 1 more year. Way better than Andrew Luck. Julio Jones, quality pick. And then we have the obligatory, which I don't expect from you, white wide receiver.
Hell yeah.
Why do you have Chris Hogan?
His name's Chris. He's going to be awesome.
Who has a white wide receiver? We don't believe in white wide receivers. There's no white running backs. And don't say Rex Burkhead, because he doesn't fucking count.
Dude, Dwight Clark just passed away. Sorry, Dwight.
Praise be the... So, you made the playoffs last year. You're not making them this year. I'm sorry. Not with this team.
That's my
You're going to be
BFF.
right outside. 9th, 10th place. I love you. I love your team name. Your team's not going far this year. Bye-bye.
Bye, Juan. Next up, Horseface. The name that was given to Mr. Michael Hyenga by the previous president for God knows why. That was the best insult that he could pick up off the top of his head, and called him Horseface one day, so it stuck.
Could be camel toe.
Could be a lot of different things, but I mean, this dude's got hair coming out of everything. His freaking nose, his mouth, his ears, his freaking eyelids, everywhere. So you don't see a horse that looks like that.
Yeah, it says his name is Joseph Latona.
Well, that's true. That's like freaking collar coming around and all kinds of
His
stuff.
winter coat is coming. Please be careful.
Yeah, it looked like Joe's back is on Mike's face.
There you go.
I mean, they kind of works hand in hand.
There you go.
So this is another guy that kept almost his whole team. A little bit different than some of the other ones. Mike's got I hate to say it, he's got a lot of good players. He's got young players too, so going to be around for all. DeAndre Hopkins, he's got Deshaun Watson thrown to him. Backup is Matthew Stafford and a bunch of guys, but
Matthew Stafford's quality.
he actually is a good quality quarterback, and he is white.
Quarterbacks are meant to be white.
Well,
he's got
one black and one white, so he's like Swirl.
There you go.
We're good.
Who doesn't love a good ice cream swirl?
We all do.
I do.
Yeah, you got to get that. But I mean, the fantasy football gods don't like a cocky asshole like this guy. And this guy did win back-to-back a couple years ago. So we give him credit for that.
I can't talk about the fantasy gods, but I don't like cocky assholes.
And well, this guy is right up there. I mean, walking around in his fucking flip-flops and his freaking shorts and saying how he's going to win again and his team's so goddamn amazing. So you can only do it once in a draft, so I'm going to do it. Joe Latona is very familiar with what I do this out on the freaking golf course. So break it off, and it works. It absolutely works. It's called the Hex. So Horseface, this is for you. Injury, ACL, MCL, shoulders, knees, freaking broken hands. It's all coming to you, bro. Good luck. Awesome team.
You just got hexed.
Hexed. 0 chance. So, yeah, you're going to go from 3rd, which is where you finished last year. And I think you actually had the better team. You would have finished 1st, but you, fantasy gods, you're being a dick. So you're going to go from 3rd all the way to 15th with all those injuries to drop off. Be nicer. Be nice. Fantasy gods don't like it.
Don't piss off the fantasy gods.
Piss off the fantasy gods. You're up.
Next place we're going to Feel the Briz. Feel the Briz came in 10th place last year, and like one of my other people earlier in the draft, he's keeping most of his team. Questionable.
Especially when you finish 10th.
Especially when you finish 10th. But looking at some of his people, Melvin Gordon, you don't cheer for a Charger when the Chargers left you. That's
who? I never
that's
heard
like
of him.
Cheering for your ex-girlfriend.
Never heard of him.
You don't do that. Juju Smith-Schuster, decent. Rex Burkhead, you do not have white running backs. You don't. Jared Goff, good. Jordy Nelson, it's that whole white thing again. We've talked about this. And he's with the Raiders.
Isn't Jared Goff one of the flat earthers?
Yeah.
He believes the earth is flat. Never.
We all can't be perfect, right? We all can't be like you.
You got a point.
You got a point. Derek Carr, I actually think he's going to do good under Gruden. It's possible.
I hope you draft him tonight in the other round.
In the other league. Alan Hearn's questionable, but you know what? You kept a couple decent people. You're not drafting until the 13th round, I believe. Oh no, 7th round. 7th round. So you have some questionable people. You have some decent people. You're going to move up. So I'll get you into the playoffs. 6th place, 7th place. You can move up. You just won't get very far once you get in there. Good luck with that Feel the Briz. I hope all of you else feel the Briz and kick his ass this year.
Bye, Briz. All right, last on my list for the fantasy preview show.
Wait. Let me drink to this.
He's going to need one this one because it's for his team. I'm going to the SD Ballers with MJ right here. Kept Dak, AJ Green.
I had no one else to keep.
Fuller.
I had no one else to keep.
Finished 11th last year.
Barely.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you.
I'm also keeping someone that's suspended for 4 games.
Oh, Mark Ingram.
4 games.
Yeah, when your best player you keep and he's out for 4 games, that's never a good thing.
You know, write in your comments, hit subscribe, talk shit. I deserve it. I'm keeping someone that's suspended. Yes, I'm fucked up.
So
I could take it as well as I give it. So don't worry, bring it.
It's going to be hard for me to give an honest assessment, to be honest with you. I mean, this was an 11th place team last year. Doesn't look like they're really improving. Not the smartest guy that's going into the draft that's going to be picking for them because Joe's taking his draft.
The draft is suspect.
So the draft's going to be suspect. So under normal circumstances, this is a double-digit finish. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm in Skyline in a black man's house, and I ain't going to say shit. So this guy, I'm going to go have a 3rd place right now. So a 3rd place finish for Mr. Johnson. So
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just want to make sure that you're happy while
you're here.
I don't want you calling any friends or anything. So
the week 1 podcast will be much different. Like Johnson lost, he's going to 15th place.
If there's not a week 1 podcast, you guys know what happened. Call the cops.
White man in danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
God. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Last,
but definitely not least.
Take the last swig.
Last swig. We are going to Better Call Saul or this guy's team. He finished in 15th place.
On purpose.
When have you known a cheater to finish in 15th place? He changes the rules to benefit him.
You're not cheating, you're not trying.
You're not trying because you sucked last year. Kept 3 people. David Johnson, yes. Mike Evans, yes. Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do well this year. He just got paid.
You're going out. You're going out on a branch on that one.
I am going out on a branch. Okay, he got paid. He broke up with Olivia Munn, so he's looking for new pussy.
He's banging the freaking
auto racer
chick,
right?
Oh yeah.
He's banging Danica now. So, and on top of his luck, he picked up Juan's first round pick. Why would you give up your first round pick, Juan?
I got him at a vulnerable moment.
You did. What, was he fighting with Kelly and just like swooped in there?
I can't divulge my secrets on there. But if any of you guys are having any marital problems, call me as a friend, along with your roster.
So he has 2 picks and an extra pick in the 3rd. So, although yes, there's not a lot of quality in the draft since there's a lot of keepers out there, he is set up for success. So, I will give Better Call Saul 3rd place.
You can't give me 3rd place. I give you 3rd place.
I'll give you 4th place.
Now you think you're going to beat me?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. Now we're going to fucking fight.
Yes. I can't have you beat me. Even if I thought it was true. I can't say that on recordings.
There's shit out there. Because I don't want any cops coming. So. All right. So that is the 2018 Keeper League Fantasy Draft Preview Show. So we'll be coming to you week after week with recaps and.
Are you going to have different special guests, or is the same one every year?
Well, we have 2 regular hosts, which is me and Mr. Andrade. But yeah, we're going to have a special guest from time to time, sometimes through conference calls. Also, in the future, we are going to take live phone calls during the show.
You can invite me back.
Oh, absolutely. But
I always love to come. You need to
not
talk
in this
to a black
neighborhood.
person in your life.
But not in this neighborhood. We're going to go somewhere safe. For me.
Adelitas?
It's called Hong Kong now, dude. So, hey, at least Sandra knows he's not cheating because he doesn't even know the name of the place no more. So, we're all good. So,
I just call it by the wrong place.
For the 2 of you that still haven't paid, you better pay me, motherfuckers. Give me my money, bitch.
And bitch better have my money.
Good luck to everybody for 2nd place. Have a great day.